Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. So it's been 11 days since Drake dropped his diss track releasing on the whole business, and essentially Kendrick Lamar and the whole hip bounce world are anticipating his reaction in spite of the fact that it might truly not occur at any point in the near future. It's been exceptionally reputed that Kendrick Lamar is anticipating his reaction in spite of the fact that it might truly not occur at any point in the near future. It's been exceptionally reputed that Kendrick Lamar is dropping a collection in May, and fans figure his reaction will be on there, and he's involving the publicity around his name now for his task, which is obviously the most effective way to adapt it, albeit customarily, while you're beefing somebody in rap, you want to reaction quick, has Kendrick Lamar just apologized to Drake and is emulating J. Cole's example. Make certain to stay close by till the end for all relevant information in regards to the continuous debate between Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick Lamar. Kanye West has voiced his viewpoints since Cole called the gathering the Huge Three last year, which Lamar furiously denied. The fight has been deteriorating. Kanye called Drake out for various things, saying he was unable to try and consider a significant Drake line, and his music manages close to nothing, albeit on a piece of the meeting that went very popular, which was the point at which he expressed they all got together to design the end of Drake. How did this even come about? Who called me? Definitely Pluto called me. I went to the studio, laid that, and afterward we went through the inventive flow in the course and called the evildoers. We called them out in London to get on and go along with you. You realize everyone was extremely amped up for the end of Drake, yo. You were not invigorated. We were stimulated, which is insane. You consider it brother. In a real sense, the Thanos of the business, one individual wasn't enough for Drake. In the push-ups track are checking out now. They truly have his image on the wall when they truly is a 20 versus 1 as of now, albeit in a past meeting with drink champions. Kanye guaranteed that Drake is the best rapper there has at any point been, and we know what Kanye can get. Like he's simply attempting to track down a method for engaging in this quarrel. This one was unforeseen by all industry insiders who anticipated that Drake would diss Kendrick Lamar again, like he did with Quiet Plant in 2015 anyway. The local area has never heard of a diss track very like tailor-made free form. Drake just envelops one of his 3 stanzas by his ordinary voice, the other 2 being loaded up with affronts and plain corresponds. Man-made intelligence, innovation is utilized to modify the other 2, so they sound like the late extraordinary Twack and Sneak Canine, a similar 2-pack who has for quite some time been Lamar's experience. Growing up legend, when Sneak Canine saw Drake done this, he took directly to Instagram and gives off an impression of being fairly entertained by the whole circumstance. They did what when how are you certain you all have a decent evening and to all why off? Everyone calling my telephone, exploding me what? The what happened? What's going on? When Drake delivered this track, many individuals were divided in their perspectives. Some accepted. It was cliche and others loved the innovativeness for those that is frantic at Drake for utilizing simulated intelligence. Assuming you listen, it's still Drake rapping his typical rhythms. He just utilized a voice feed. And exactly that new Eminem did it quite some time ago to recount a story you all got shocked by. Drake's advancing simulated intelligence music, and everybody's dazzled by it for reasons unknown. So no other person finds the man-made intelligence. Chime silly, just me. Okay, individuals do a ton of picking with regards to stuff like this, as Kendrick Lamar involved artificial intelligence in the past to reference his #1 craftsman. And everybody said he was an imaginative virtuoso and trailblazer, yet when Drake does, it's cheesy. Likewise, the reality Drake chose to utilize Kendrick's deities to diss him in a track is unadulterated virtuoso, is the most effective way to get under his skin, and makes the diss track itself far superior lately. Kendrick Lamar has battled with man-made intelligence disses, leaving fans confounded about who he genuinely is and who isn't. Drake's chess move of utilizing simulated intelligence innovation to further ruin him won't be ignored by Lamar Charlemagne. God at first expressed that Drake needed no piece of trouble with Kendrick Lamar and was staying away from him no matter what. Well, now, a long time later, he shifted his perspective and is coming down on Kendrick Lamar to drop something back, as it's nearly been too many weeks, and it's finished crickets. And think about what now Kendrick is on the Just-Wow clock, and the clock is Kendrick is on the Just-Wow clock. It's been T.I. It took Drink 3 weeks. No, it didn't. It took Dr. OK. What amount of time about we discussed this? How did it require for cold answer Kendrick? Better believe several days. 1. What amount of time did it require for Drink 2? Why? 'Cause he was on visit. Soon as he got off visit, he returned right once again to him. He was on visit. Okay, quiet and over the top. Fan down. I'm taller than you. A Kendry, the reality even Charlemagne is advising. Kendrick Lamar to answer shows how predominant Drake is. While taking care of this present circumstance in 7 days, he has dropped 2 enormous hit diss track to Kendrick, and the man is in the middle of doing pull-ups in New York City with fans' brother necessities to stir things up around town and get working. Drake even expressed in his tailor-made freeform that push-ups just took him an hour to make, and his next track will draw out the defeatist in Kendrick Lamar. He likewise called him out for not delivering on the grounds that he was frightened of, dropping when Taylor Quick did as he needs to get the most ideal numbers. Before we go any further into the video, what are your folks' legitimate contemplations on this fight so far, including Drake and Kendrick Lamar? Do you even think Kendrick will answer, and assuming this is the case, what amount of time will he require for input down underneath? When Kendrick Lamar initially got down on both Drake and J. Cole in like that, everybody was saying Drake needs to answer, yet the person was on an overall V. Is it? And we as a whole know J. Cole dropped 7-minute drill plate to Kendrick, however at that point apologized a day after the fact, which is really funny in itself. I won't mislead you all. I moved in a manner that I feel in a profound way, feel terrible on me, like I attempt to hit my back, and I attempt to keep it cordial yet toward the day's end, when I pay attention to it, and when it emerges and I see the discussion that don't agree with my soul, that cause me to feel that upsets my tranquility. So what I need to express here this evening is that amidst me doing that, and in that attempting to track down a little point and minimize this nigga's index and his significance, I need to say right now, this evening, the number of individuals that think Kendrick Lamar is one of the best at any point, come on, this is Rap Hamburger. Individuals were in any event endeavoring to help J. Cole's choice that he was being the greater individual and showed his development brother was truly having a treatment meeting up there. He ought to have remained on what he said toward the day's end. It's all Rap Hamburger. There doesn't need to be unadulterated contempt. Seeing who can deliver the better tracks doesn't need to be that profound. Kendrick Lamar even expressed that he has love for everybody except for killing them as far as heritage and vocation-wise, like how rap has forever been absolutely. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.